Hello YouTubers, trying to make a fireside chat. Too breezy outside. I'm not going to get into that situation again like I did the other day, and that worked better out there than this did. It's sunny out but real muddy. We got a dust and the snow again last night, so you can't really do anything outside. So there's no wind in here. It's warm. It's probably 70 degrees in here. We're in the greenhouse if you haven't seen it in other pictures. My chat today is on COVID-19, the shot. Why to get it, why not to get it, or just go get shot. Whatever. It's kind of just, it's strictly my opinion or my thoughts on it and stuff like that. And my thoughts, maybe you shouldn't go to this because there's so much positive and negative or whatever on it. But I did anyway, so I can't go out and do a sawmill video when there's 6 inches of snow back there at the sawmill. So here's what it is. Why not to get the shot? Okay, some people think it was made too fast. Some people say Trump made it in his basement or the basement of the White House. It's not been tested for long enough. Questions of how much it's going to cost you to get it. The fear of needles, which I'm there, and I'm so afraid of needles that if you bring one out in front of me, there's a good chance that I'm just going to zone out, pass out. I've done that before. Arm pain, which you're going to get a little bit of arm pain. Other side effects that, you know, everybody's might have their own side effects. Now, I got my second shot yesterday, and I want to, you know, take my hats off to the guys up in Frederick, or the people that set that up in Frederick. By the time I got there, I walked in the building, I probably had my shot within 1 minute. Those people in Frederick have their stuff together, and they really did a good job. So there was no, if one of you are why not to get it because you're going to have to stand in line for 2 hours, maybe that's true where you're at. It sure wasn't true when I got my first shot and got my second shot. Okay, and other side effects. Okay, why to get the shot? Okay, to help get rid of the COVID-19. It's here. Different people think it's fake. Some think it's not fake. I don't know. I don't care. It is what it is. Okay, to stay alive and not catch it. That's why you're going to get the shot. You don't want to catch it, and if you do catch it, you don't want to kick the bucket. So you can start socializing the way we used to maybe a year ago, year and a half ago. That'd be nice to get back into that, the way we were, so to speak. For me, I like to see my grandkids. I mean, I haven't really seen the grandkids in a year. I see them, we'll go over to their house and, you know, see them through the front door, through the front window, and vice versa. But, you know, you're kind of afraid to get around that. Another reason to get it, there's probably not going to be a cost to you. I think the government's eating up most of the cost of this. I don't know where it is, but I had insurance that paid for it. If it wasn't free, it doesn't make much difference. Okay, it wasn't made by Trump in his basement. It was made by, I guess, 2 reputable pharmaceutical companies, and now I think Johnson & Johnson is getting into it. So I think it's pretty good. The needles are slim, and you don't feel it. I don't like needles. I didn't watch it when it was in, and you didn't even know when you were getting the shot. That's how good either the lady was that gave it to me, the nurse that was that gave it to me. Both times, I mean, they really did good. And I actually got my first flu shot this year, and I have never had a flu shot before. I did catch the flu back in '82, but I don't really socialize that much because I know I'll get to that in a minute anyway. I do have a little bit of soreness in my arm, but I did some workout the other day, and this arm here that I did not get the shot on hurts worse than the arm that I did get the shot in. If you go out there and split wood for a couple hours, you're probably going to have a worse pain from just a sore muscle than you are from that shot. Like I said, this arm that I did not get the shot on from, I don't even know what I did, to be honest with you, hurts worse than this one, and that's why I had it put in my right arm, because normally I don't. This is the arm that I work with. I wouldn't want to screw it up, but I had it put there because this one hurt worse. Side effects, you may or not, you may have them or you may not. Everyone's different. So for me to say you're not going to have any side effects would be just totally wrong. For me to say you are going to have side effects would be totally wrong. Everybody's got their own little effects. But now, and that's why a lot of people, I've talked to a lot of people, and say, well, it hadn't been tested long enough at this, and this, and the other thing. But look at the commercials you see on TV. They'll do a 1-minute commercial on some kind of drug that's come out that's going to cure this or that, or do this or do this, or help you out and do this, and then they have 4 minutes of side effects on that. Okay, now think about that. That was a drug or a prescription or a pill that there was no urgency to make that. It's just something, oh, we ought to make something that helps this. Okay, let's put it together. They put it together. They have no pressure on them to make it fast. They test it at their own rate of speed. Who cares? It's tested, boom, boom, boom. It's what? FDIC approved? Maybe that's the wrong one. Federal Drug Administration? I don't know, but it's been approved. But then they still have 4 minutes of side effects that this could do. It could do this, 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 could do this. That's something they've had plenty of time to make, plenty of time to test, and they put it out on the market. Basically, doesn't matter where you get or what you get, some people are going to have side effects. Even the most popular recreational drugs have side effects. Look at Viagra. Okay, there's side effects of that, so I've been told. I see it on TV. Now I'm going to get into the flu season, which COVID's kind of like flu season. And here's my idea why there is a flu season. A flu season to me is the holiday season. It starts off fall and winter gatherings cause the spread. Okay, think about it. Halloween. You're sending your kids out for the most part to collect candy, and while they're going along, they're gobbling and reaching around and finding the same thing. So now the germs on their hands are all over the candy. Then they're going to go to the next house maybe and dish their hand in that candy dish of this house, and then they're back in there, and then the next group of kids comes along and grabs candy, and the next thing you know, to me that's the start of flu season right there, Halloween. And then they go home and those germs germinate a little bit and the kids get a little sick, and then the parents get it maybe. And then you're getting into the Thanksgiving dinner and party. So now you're socializing and spreading it there. Then after that goes, you got Christmas. So 2 weeks after Thanksgiving, you're starting into the Christmas parties where you're socializing and talking with people and all this kind of nonsense. So that spreads it. Then you got the New Year's parties, and then you got the New Year's, all-night parties and all that kind of stuff, which once again, it just keeps it multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. Then you got the Super Bowl party, which, some people go, so some people don't go, but it can certainly be, to me, another situation of something that can spread, not to mention all the football games, because you figure football games are those great big massive stadiums. I've never been to one, but they hold maybe 50, 60, 70, 100,000, I don't know how, but they're all massed together. So, I guess in part of the flu season, it's football season too. Then you got the Super Bowl parties. Then you got Valentine's Day, which that's kind of negotiable. Everybody's handing out candy, going into stores to get cards and all that kind of stuff. And then to polish it off, you got the St. Patrick's Day thing. So now you're doing that. And then at this point, you're starting to maybe socialize more outside than inside. So that's kind of what's going on there. That's my opinion, but that's why flu season and COVID season are probably stronger there. Now the next thing is, where did it come from? Where did COVID come from? Did it come from China? Did it come from USA? Did it come from Mars? Nobody knows. And to be honest with you, nobody's going to tell you the truth about it. Nobody's going to own up to it. Everybody's going to point the finger at everybody else. It's kind of like finding Jimmy Hoffa. You're never going to know. It's just going to be, I think it's this, I think it's that, I think it's that, and I think it's this, and I think it's that. Maybe it's like Nixon's missing 18 minutes tape. Okay? What was on that? Nobody's ever going to know. It's gone. It's just the way it is. Okay? And kind of like Hillary said, at this point, it doesn't matter. COVID's here. It's either real or it's not, depending on how you feel. You need to protect yourself, and you need to protect the others around you. And if you don't, I don't know. I don't think the government should close things down, but, I'm an adult. I know not to go to social events, and that's how I'm treating it. If you want to go to social events because you're not as susceptible to it as others, that kind of should be your choice. I don't really want to get into what's right or what's wrong. When I go out, I wear a mask. When somebody comes over here, I wear a mask. I try to keep my distance in just because right now I don't know any better. It seems to me that works pretty good. So anyhow, that's kind of my thing on the the COVID. I think I'd sure like to see this country and all the other countries get back to where they don't have to wear a mask. Don't know where it came from. Nobody knows where it came from, and nobody's ever going to tell you the truth where it came from. They'll all say it came here. But until there's facts to say where it came from, and they might even lie about the facts, to be honest with you, you know. So you got to deal with it, because you do know it's here, and you do know that it's killing people. Is the amount of people that it's killing, is that a true number? Nobody's going to know that either. You know, it's like you can make numbers do anything you want. But right now, I kind of think it's fairly real, and I think you should pay attention to it, hoping with the vaccinations that we'll start getting back to normal. And I hope that everybody out there that had it is doing good. Everybody that has it will get well, and I hope it'll bring the world back to a little bit of normalcy. So that's just kind of a fill it in between thing video on kind of how I feel. And like I said, if you haven't gotten the shot, you should, in my opinion, you should go get it. It's not going to hurt you. You might have a side effect, but think about it. You know the side effect of driving down the road. The side effect is maybe some nut's going to pull out in front of you, or you're going to pull out in front of them, and you're going to have an accident and have a serious injury or fatal accident. But you still drive down the road. So why shouldn't you get the shot? You know there's going to be a side effect. What is the difference there? Get it and protect yourself, or at least try. You know, they might just be shooting water in your arm for all I know, and it's a mental thing. I don't know, but I kind of don't think so. But think about it. You know, you might just as well get it. Every drug out there has a side effect, whether you're affected or whether you're not. And you drive down the road and you know the side effect, you could have a fatal accident. So you still drive down the road, and you know, you protect yourself more and more. You get a car with airbags or seat belts, and you know, you keep getting more protection in the car so you don't have the bad reaction to the situation. Anyhow, that's what it is. Just as an update, while we're here and for a minute, the wood has now made it down to 587 pounds. So it's got one more pound and it's lost 100 pounds. This is, I guess I should have showed it to you. Where are we at time-wise? We're at 12. That's down to what I just said. Here's the, if you're interested in what I went over, I had my wife type it. Didn't she do a nice job? And then this is the last part. Here's this is probably more interesting to everybody out here in this thing. That's the wood. That's the date. That's kind of the weathers that it's been. Just an update. So it's taken it since January 14th. So a month and a half. So basically, what's that? 45 days to lose 100 pounds. Approximately. You can figure out the exact figures. Today's the 27th and it started the 14th. Anyhow, that's my spiel on COVID. I did get another thing for here at the, I don't know, the place here. I don't know if you want to call it a farm or ranch or mud hole, or not sure exactly what you want to call it, but I did pick up something. I haven't been able to get it off my truck because it's too wet. I got to unload it off the truck, and when I unload it, that ought to be kind of neat to unload it. Might be a crash, might not, but I hope it was been raining on and off today. We had a dusting of snow again last night. Tomorrow's supposed to rain too, and Monday it's supposed to rain also. As the way it is right now, I could take that thing off the truck, but as soon as I pull it out, I'm sure rain's going to come in. And I might go ahead and try to video it in this weather and get it out. Not sure what I'm going to do. Depends if it starts raining again. Alright, over and out for now. We'll see you. Bye.